Good day everyone, especially to our instructor. Today we will discuss about what is pollution or environmental degradation and its effects. What are the possible ways that we may do to avoid and to prevent these environmental problems and the projects that we may implement to mitigate this growing global problem. What is pollution? Pollution is the Pollution is the introduction of harmful materials into the environment. These harmful materials are called pollutants. Pollutants can be natural, such as volcanic ash. They can also be created by human activity, such as trash or runoff produced by factories. The term the term pollution refers to any substance that negatively impacts the environment or organisms that live within the affected environment. Many items that are beneficial to individuals pollute the environment. Automobiles emit pollutants through their exhaust pipes. These are further categorized into the following forms of pollution. Air pollution refers to the release of harmful contaminants, chemicals, toxic gases, particulates, biological molecules, etc. into the Earth's atmosphere. Some causes that contribute to air pollution are burning f- fossil fossil fuels, mining operations, exhaust gases from industries and factories. The effects of air pollution: increased risk of respiratory illness and cardiovascular problems, increased risk of skin diseases, may increase the risk of cancer, global warming, acid rain, ozone depletion, hazards to wildlife. Water pollution is said to occur when toxic pollutants and particulate matter are introduced into water bodies such as lakes, rivers, and seas. These contaminants are generally introduced by human activities like improper sewage treatment and oil spills. Other significant causes of water pollution include dumping solid waste in water bodies, disposing untreated industrial sewage into water bodies, human and animal waste, agricultural runoff containing pesticides and fertilizers. The effects of water pollution are disruption of the ecosystem, threats to marine life, increased risk of waterborne diseases, increases toxic chemicals such as mercury in water bodies, eutrophication. Soil pollution, also called soil contamination, refers to the degradation of land due to the presence of chemicals or other man-made substances in the soil. Some of the common causes of the soil pollution are improper industrial waste disposal, oil spills, acid rain, which is caused by air pollution, mining activities, intensive farming, and agrochemicals like fertilizers and pesticides. Industrial accidents. The effects of soil pollution: loss of soil nutrients, which renders the soil unfit for agriculture, impacts the natural flora and fauna residing in the soil, degrades vegetation due to the increase of salinity of the soil, toxic dust, such as silica dust, can cause respiratory problems or even lung cancer. Noise pollution refers to the excessive amount of noise in the surrounding that disrupts the natural balance. Usually, it is man-made, though certain natural calamities like volcanoes can contribute to noise pollution. Noise pollution has several contributors, which include industry-oriented noises such as heavy machines, mills, factories, etc., transportation noises from vehicles, airplanes, construction noises, noise from social events, loudspeakers, firecrackers, etc., household noises such as mixers, TV, washing machines, etc. Noise pollution can bring about adverse effects such as hearing loss, tinnitus, sleeping disorders, hypertension, high BP, communication problems. These types of pollutions has negative impacts to humans or animals also. It is the main reason of environmental degradation. Environmental degradation. Environmental degradation is the deterioration of the environment caused by depletion of resources, such as air, water, and soil, as well as the destruction of ecosystem, habitat destruction, wildlife extinction, and pollution. It is defined as any change or disturbance to the environment that is deemed detrimental or undesirable. It occurs when the Earth's natural resources are depleted and the rapid growth in population. Environmental deterioration is one of the most serious issues that the world faces today.
Basic cause of environmental degradation is land damage. Numerous weedy plant species, for example, garlic and mustard, are both foreign and ob- ob- obtrusive. Pollution, in whatever form, whether it is air, water, land, noise, is harmful to the environment. Air pollution pollutes the air that we breathe, which causes health issues. Overpopulation. Rapid population growth puts strain on natural resources, which result in the degradation of our environment. Landfills. Landfills pollute the environmental and destroy the beauty of the city. Landfills come within the city due to the large amount of waste that gets generated by the households, industries, factories, and hospitals. Deforestation. Deforestation is the cutting down of trees to make way for more homes and industries. Rapid growth in population and urban sprawl are two of the major causes of deforestation. Natural causes. Things like avalanches, quakes, tidal waves, storms, and wildfires can totally crush nearby animal and plant groups to the point where they can no longer survive in those areas. Effects of environmental degradation. Impact on human health might be at the receiving end as a result of environmental degradation. Areas exposed to toxic air pollutants can cause respiratory problems like pneumonia and asthma. Millions of people are known to have died due to the indirect effects of air pollution. Loss of biodiversity. Biodiversity is important for maintaining the balance of the ecosystem in the form of combining pollution, restoring nutrients, protecting water source, and stabilizing climate. Deforestation, global warming, overpopulation, and pollution are a few of the major causes of loss of biodiversity. Ozone layer depletion. The ozone layer is responsible for protecting the Earth from harmful or ultraviolet rays. The presence of chlorofluorocarbons, hydrochlorofluorocarbons in the atmosphere is causing the ozone layer to deplete. As it will deplete, it will emit harmful radiation back to the earth. Loss for the tourism industry. The deterioration of the environment can be a huge setback for the tourism industry that relies on tourists for their daily livelihood. Environmental damage in the form of loss of green cover, loss of biodiversity, huge landfills, increased air and water pollution can can be big turn off for most of the tourists. Economic impact. The huge cost that a country may have to burn due to the environmental degradation can have significant economic impact in terms restoration of green cover, cleaning up landfills and protection of endangered species, The and economic impact can also in terms of the loss of the tourism industry. These are some examples of unique invention to reduce the growing global problem about pollution and environmental degradation. The unique invention to help reduce growing global problems.
What is Clary? Clary is an American company born from an Italian startup. Laboratory Fabrici Clarify presented its first product at CES Las Vegas in 2016 and was then incubated for 3 months in Silicon Valley by Plug and Play Ventures, one of the most important accelerators in the world. The company focuses on health and wellness by developing hybrid products that combine nature, technology, and made in Italy design. Clary is at the forefront of green revolution, allowing users to use common plants to take control over the air they breathe. How this invention Clary help indoor air pollution problem? Recent studies have shown that indoor pollution is up to 5 times higher than outdoor pollution, and we spend 90% of our time indoors. The World Health Organization has even listed indoor pollution as one of the most dangerous threats to our health. That's why Fabrici decided to create Clary, an incredible smart flower pot and natural air purifier powered by real plants. A tech unit forces air into the roots of your plant and eliminates toxic agents, making the air you're breathing better for you. By this invention, Clary alerts you to toxin levels of the room, which is in, as well as the temperature and humidity levels. Because these levels have strong correlation with the toxicity of room, Clary can also give you tips on how to adjust and improve the quality of your air. We believe breathing clean air is basic right of everyone, and as we spend about 90% of our lives indoors between home, office, transport, bars, and so on, it's critical that we address the multitude of negative effects air pollution can cause on our health and well-being, such as allergies, asthma, poor sleep, and more long-term harmful impacts. Smog-free tower. Smog-free tower, cities air pollution is mostly caused by a rise in the number of cars and other vehicles that consume fossil fuels, as well as power plants and industrial complexes. Solid waste and agricultural waste incineration are also significant sources in low-income cities. However, an air contaminant does not have to have a direct impact on human health. It only has to be a chemical in the air that has the potential to harm the human health or the environment.
How can we reduce air pollution levels in our cities? What innovation appearing to help reduce this big environmental issue? By this invention, smog-free tower, Dutch designer Daan Rosgaarde created the Smog-Free Project as a campaign in the hope of inspiring people to think how to get cleaner air in public spaces. The Smog-Free Project contained a number of innovations However, the most striking and memorable was the smog-free tower. The tower is effectively a giant vacuum cleaner 7 meters in height. It sits in a public place and sucks in smog, turning it into clean air using patented positive ionization technology. Although not tackling the source of the problem of air pollution, it could provide localized pockets of clean air in cities, in places such as public parks, and according to Rose Garde, it cleans 30,000 entry of air per hour using very small amounts of green energy. The collected smog particles have even been compressed into products such as jewelry. Pollution in waterways is not only dangerous and unsanitary to humans, but it also affects wildlife. That's why it is so exciting to see and but it also affects wildlife. That's why it is so exciting to see an initiative aimed at preventing such waste. Kwinana, Australia has introduced a simple yet genius way of combating water pollution. How this invention drainage pipe meets help water pollution problem. The Australian city of Kwinana has designed a simple and cost-effective solution to deal with the discharge of waste from drainage system. The town has put nets on the outlet of drainage pipes. These nets stop waste and pollutants from leaving the sewers, preventing garbage transported by rain waters from contaminating the town's local water reserve. It is a simple filtering system and it works like a charm. Vertical Forest. It was inaugurated in October 2014 in Milan in the Porta Nuova Isola area as part of a wider renovation project led by Hines Italia. Milan's vertical forest consists of two towers of 80 and 112 meters, hosting 480 large and medium trees, 300 small trees, 11,000 perennial and covering plants, and 5,000 shrubs. Vertical forest is a model for a sustainable residential building, a project for metropolitan reforestation contributing to the regeneration of the environment and urban biodiversity without the implication of expanding the city upon the territory. How does the vertical forest work? Vertical forest increases biodiversity. It helps to set up an urban ecosystem where a different kind of vegetation creates a vertical environment, which can also be colonized by birds and insects, and therefore becomes both a magnet for and a symbol of the spontaneous recolonization of the city by vegetation and by animal life. Vertical forest helps to build a microclimate and to filter dust partic- particles which are present in the urban environment. The diversity of the plants helps to create humidity and absorb CO2 and dust, produces oxygen, protects people and houses from harmful sun rays and from acoustic pollution. This is are possible implemented in our local community. Afforestation. Planting of trees can help control environment degradation. Plants give oxygen and take in carbon dioxide, thereby reducing the amount of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. For example, large-scale afforestation programs were prominent in United Kingdom forestry during the 20th century to reduce reliance on important wood. Reducing the use of fertilizers. The use of fertilizers has resulted in many health hazards among humans. It degrades soil quality. We need to stop using inorganic fertilizers. Organic manure- manures can also be used. Soil conservation methods such as contour planting or no-till farming reduce levels of soil erosion, as these methods help to keep the soil in place during heavy rains or floods, which is an increasing concern due to climate change. High nutrients can result in unwanted plant growth, such as algae blooms. Some algae can be toxic to animals and humans. Red tides are one example, but coming into contact with some common plant algae can also expose you to harmful toxins. Reuse and reduce waste generation. Reduce the use and emission of greenhouse gases. Reuse the items and recycle them. Reduce means to cut back on the amount of trash we generate. Reuse means to find new ways to use things that otherwise would have been thrown out. Waste reduction, also known as source reduction, is the practice of using less material and energy to minimize waste generation and preserve natural resources. Waste reduction is broader in scope than recycling and incorporates ways to prevent materials from ending up as waste before they reach the recycling stage. Use energy more efficiently. Installing energy-efficient building systems and equipment conserve energy and reduce environmental. Install renewables. Clean, renewable energy systems such as solar and wind can reduce impact on the environment significantly while lowering energy bill. What is renewable energy? Renewable energy, often referred to as clean energy, comes from natural sources or processes that are constantly replenished. For example, sunlight or wind keep shining and blowing, even if their availability depends on time and weather. Also, renewable resources include biomass energy, such as ethanol, hydropower, geothermal power, wind energy, and solar energy. Biomass refers to organic material from plants or animals. This includes wood, sewage, and ethanol, which comes from corn or other plants, reducing the use of fertilizer. Use energy more efficiently. Installing energy efficient building systems and equipment can save energy and reduce environmental footprint. Energy efficiency simply means using less energy to perform the same task, that is, eliminating energy waste. Energy efficiency brings a variety of benefits, reducing greenhouse gas emissions, reducing demand for energy imports, and lowering our costs on a household and economy-wide level. For example, energy efficient LED light bulbs are able to produce the same amount of light as incandescent light bulbs by using 75 to 80% less electricity. Create awareness among people, enhancing our positive impact to convince other people regarding the importance of behaving in an environmentally way. Building brand awareness involves strategically aligning your business with your values, beliefs, and personality. Environmental awareness is to understand the fragility of our environment and the importance of its protection. Promoting environmental awareness is an easy way to become an environmental steward and participate in creating a brighter future for our children. That's all. Thank you.